Ciao Belli, how are you? Look at the incredible countryside. We are in the northern part of Puglia, in the area of Foggia, and in the town of Troia, a beautiful small town, 7,000 inhabitants. Before going to have a look to an incredible church dating back to the 12th century that is a masterpiece of local architecture, please enjoy the incredible countryside. We are in the so-called granary of Italy, il Tavoliere delle Puglie. As you know, Italians, we love pasta. The best grain comes from here. Enjoy. Isn't gorgeous? It dates back to the 12th century. It is dedicated to the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary. And it is not just a church, it is a cathedral. When you hear the word cathedral, it means that it's the place where the bishop is, as Cathedral is the bishop's seat, technically. We are going to see just the exterior very quickly. It's full of symbolism, and we are going to discover it together. Are you ready? Okay, let's start. The meaning of my videos is to give you an idea about the buildings we see, the place we visit, but my suggestion is always the same. Every time you travel anywhere else in Italy or in the world, make sure you hire a local guide, because a local guide can answer to all your questions and can make a customized tour for you. Because really, buildings got details and they need full explanation. About just the front, the facade of this church, we can talk for hours, but I'm going to give you only few details, okay? So when you are here, you can have an idea about the building. Let's start with the lower part. The lower part is divided by 7 blind arches. The central one is wider, as we have the central gate. It is very unusual to see a gate still existing from the 12th century. In this church we have 2. One is the central one, and the other one is on the other side, to the right-hand side of the church. Why is unusual to have a gate in bronze still existing? Because through the century they were reused, they were recycled. Sometimes they were melted to do sculpture, sometime later on in the history to make weapons, for example. We know that the gate was finished in 1119, as is written on the bronze door. And now let's look at the upper part, where we have the truly masterpiece, as it got an incredible, unusual and unique rose window. First of all, rose windows usually they are divided by 12 slender columns. Why 12? Because 12 they represent the apostles. In this case we have only 11, as the message is 12 apostles minus Judas, the traitor. So the idea is you can reach God only through the truth. There is always a meaning in between. And what is also incredible, look at the space in between of the slender columns. That's absolutely unique. It is stone carved grille. Each one is made in a different way. They are all different. You cannot find any other rose window like this in Puglia, and I believe in Italy. If you look at the very, very top of the church, for example, there are 5 spheres. The sphere represents the perfection, so each one represents God. Again, many meaning. The decoration is never made by chance, it's never like a casualty. There is always a specific motivation. Let's approach the door and let's have a better look. I told you we can speak hours about the details of this church. Look at the Architrave, for example. So what we have, first of all, in the central part, we have Jesus sitting on his throne. Left-hand side, the Virgin Mary, right-hand side, St. Peter. In the circles, we have the evangelist represented according to the Catholic iconography. Starting to the left, we have Matthew, that is always represented as a winged man. Then we have Mark with the winged lion. And to the right-hand side, we have Luke, always with the bull. And then the eagle that represents John. And at the very end, we have the 2 patron saints, Eleuterio and Secondino. It is absolutely full of interesting details. The bronze door dates back to the 12th century, and it is made by 28 bronze panels. We know that many of these panels were changed through the century, especially in 16 and 1700, but we know that the upper four are original. And what we have? First, to the left, we have the bronze caster Oderisio da Benevento and the architect of the church Bernardo. Second one, we have Christ. Third one, we have the bishop of this church, William II. Fourth one, we have St. Paul and St. Peter, as they are the co-patron saint of Rome. So the meaning was, this church depends directly from the Pope. And because my usual lack of sugar, here in a local pastry shop I found this beautiful dessert called Passionata. It is sponge cake, 3 different kinds of ricotta and marzipan. Is to die for. Un bacio.